Welcome back to Red Secure Tech, your ultimate destination for cybersecurity tutorials, CTF challenges, and hacking walkthroughs. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss our latest videos. Today, we're diving into the UA High School room on TryHackMe. Let's gear up to uncover its secrets. Before we jump in, let's take a quick look at what this room is all about. UA High School is a beginner-friendly challenge focused on web application security and privilege escalation. It's perfect for sharpening your hacking skills while solving a creative scenario. As always, I'll be using my favorite hacking tools like Nmap, GoBuster, and, of course, some good old-fashioned enumeration. Let's get started. Step 1 is reconnaissance. We'll begin by running an Nmap scan to discover the services running on this server. Here's the command, nmap-v-a-o, let's save it as nmap_scan.txt, followed by the machine IP address. Great! Found two open ports, port 80 running Apache server and SSH on port 22. Looking at the machine IP address on the browser, we see a page about UA High School. The website presents us with a high school themed interface, cool. But don't get too distracted by the design. Remember, every web page and link is a potential entry point. I'll start by checking for hidden directories using GoBuster. Let's open up a terminal and type GoBuster dir-w and specify the word list. Then -u and type the machine web address. After that, let's filter the return status codes to 200 and 301 for faster scan result by adding -s. While GoBuster is doing its thing, let's try looking at the source code for the page. We can see it includes a CSS file from the /assets directory. Let's check the styles.css file. We can see it sets the background image to assets images ua.jpg. Now that we discovered two more directories on the web application, we can start enumerating those for any other files. By visiting the http://machine IP address /assets/images directory, we get an forbidden page. Let's try visiting http://machine IP address /assets directory, we get an empty page. The description. And if we look at the request for http://machine IP address /assets/ in network tab from the inspect element, we can see the response sets the PHP session ID cookie. This means that we are probably hitting a PHP file. We can confirm this by making a request explicitly to the assets index.php, and as expected, we get a 200 response. Now that we discovered an interesting PHP file, we can fuzz for any hidden parameter names. We will use fuff tool with the following command -u target IP address /assets/index.php, fuzz equals id-mc all-ic-t100. -w, and here we type the word list path, -fs0. With this, we discover the CMD parameter, and making the same request with curl, we get a base 64 encoded response. Decoding the response we got from base 64, we see the output of the command we passed. It seems we are able to execute commands with the CMD parameter. We can use this to get a shell. First, starting our listener to catch the reverse shell. Sending our reverse shell payload with the curl command. Looking back at our listener, we get a shell as www data. Now let's enumerate the file system. We discover the hidden _content directory inside var www. Inside the directory, there is a single file named passphrase.txt. By reading the file, we see another base 64 encoded string. Decoding it from the base 64, we get a passphrase. Trying it as the password for the users present in the machine does not work, so we go back to enumerating the file system. Inside the var www.html assets images directory, we discover an unused image. Go ahead and download the image using wget. When trying to open the image, we are not able to open or display it. And still, using the passphrase we discovered to extract some hidden data from the image using steghide, it fails. So let's try opening the image using hexedit tool. Looking at the hex dump for the image, we can see this is due to the image having the magic bytes for PNG. The steghide does not support PNG files, and the file already has the JPG extension. We can try changing the PNG magic bytes to JPG magic bytes. After making the changes and saving it, we are able to display the image. Now that the image is fixed, we can run steghide once again to extract any hidden data. This time it is successful at extracting the creds.txt file, and inside we find the credentials for the DQ user. Using the discovered credentials with SSH, we get a shell as the DQ user and are able to read the user flag. Now let's do some privilege escalation. Checking the sudo permissions for the DQ user, using the following command sudo-l. We see that we are able to run the opt new component feedback.sh script as root. Let's examine the script contents. First, it prints a banner. After that, it asks for our feedback and reads our input to the feedback parameter. Then it checks if our inputs include any one of the characters. If it does, it prints the invalid input message and exits. And if it does not, it passes our input to the evil echo $feedback command and also logs it to the var log feedback.txt file. Luckily, neither nor are one of the restricted characters. We can use this to write to any file we want as root. Using this, we can make an addition to the etc parsed file and manually add an user with UID and GID set to 0, same as the root user. Now to create our user with root privileges, we have to create a password hash. Use the following command, mkpassword-mmd5crypt-s. It will ask you to enter a password. I choose 123 as a password. Formatting the user information in the style of the etc parsed. Now, writing it to the etc parsed file using the opt new component feedback.sh script. We can see we were successful in writing to the pass.wd file. We can now switch to this new user using su and read the root flag. And that wraps up our walkthrough of the UA High School room on TryHackMe. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and share it with your fellow hackers. Let me know in the comments what room you'd like me to solve next. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.